Jesus, if you let him, anybody believe, anybody receive it? How many know that Jesus? Oh, how many know that Jesus, if you let him, anybody believe, anybody receive it? How many know that Jesus, yes he can. Oh, that problem that I had, I just couldn't seem to solve. I prayed and I prayed, but I just got deeper involved. So I turned it over to Jesus, and I stopped worrying about it. Said I turned it over to Jesus, and I stopped worrying about it, cause I know that Jesus, if you let him, anybody receive it, anybody believe it? How many know that Jesus, yes he is? Somebody needs to know that one more time now. That problem that I had, I just couldn't seem to solve. I prayed and I prayed, but I just got deeper involved. So I turned it over to Jesus, and I stopped worrying about it. I said I turned it over to Jesus, and I stopped worrying about it, cause I know that Jesus, if you let him, anybody believe it, anybody receive it? How many know that Jesus, yes he can. Oh, listen now. You had some problems many years. You had to cry and you shed some tears, feeling like there was no hope, wondering if you could cope. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning light. Don't give up, don't give in, cause with God you know you're gonna win. If you let him, anybody believe it, anybody receive it? How many know that Jesus, yes he can. Oh, yeah, well, how you gonna pay your rent? All your money spent. Baby need a pair of shoes, even got a light bill due. Telephone disconnect, waiting on your next paycheck. Tell you what you ought to do, let God work it out for you. Abraham had a son, Isaac was the only one. He led him to a mountain high, the boy got ready to die. God said, Abraham, over there you see a ram. If he did it way back then, how do you know he'll do it again? He can work it out, he can work it out. I know he can work it out, God's gonna work it out. I tried him and he worked it out, I called him and he worked it out, I need him and he worked it out. Thank God that he worked it out. He can work it out, he can work it out, he's gonna work it out. If you let him work it out, have a light bill due, baby need a pair of shoes, telephone disconnect, waiting on your next paycheck. Tell you what you ought to do, let God work it out for you. Tell you what you ought to do, let God work it out for you. He can work it out, he can work it out. I know he can work it out, I tell you he can work it out. Let him work it out, let him work it out. If you need him to work it out, he will, he will, he will. Work, 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 Jesus. Work, 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 Jesus. I'm gonna let you work it out. I need you just to work it out. How you gonna pay your rent? All your money spent. Baby need a pair of shoes, you even got a light bill due. Telephone disconnect, waiting on your next paycheck. Tell you what you ought to do. Let God work it out for you. He can work it out. He can work it out. God will work it out. He can work it out. Let him work it out. Let him work it out. He will work it out. Oh, let him work it out. He can work it out. He can work it out. Let him work